When we hear the word risk, it is often used in a downside or negative context, such as being exposed to the threat of injury, damage, loss, or even danger. However, like a coin, risk has two sides. Risk can therefore be negative, or risk can be positive. Positive risk is referred to as opportunity. The commonality of positive risk and negative risk is that both types of risks emanate from an uncertain future event. As such, risk is best defined as the uncertainty on the achievement of your stated objectives. Now that we have a better understanding of what risk actually is, and an awareness of the relationship between risk and uncertainty, we are in a better position to now explore the concept of risk management, which was briefly mentioned in our introductory discussion. So how important is risk management, and is anyone actually paying attention to it? The answer is best illustrated by pointing to the existence of an international standard on risk management. International Standard IS 31000 was adopted in 2009. The risk standard was developed through a need to improve the management of risk in organisations throughout the world. The risk management standard governs and directs a uniform approach to managing risk in various organisational settings. Here, risk management is described as the systematic application of management policies, procedures and practices to the tasks of establishing the context, identifying, analysing, assessing, treating, monitoring and communicating risks with a view to reducing the negative or alternatively enhancing the positive impact on the organisation. Taking a closer look at the risk management definition, it is important to note the various elements that combine to form the risk management process. The process approach is important as it requires a relationship between the elements and, even more importantly, an overarching message that risk management is a continuous activity rather than a static event or once-off activity. If you consider the life cycle of a project, as we covered in our first Introduction to Project Management MOOC, it is reasonable to assume that risk management is an activity that will need to take place continually and at every stage of a project's life cycle due to the rate of change and levels of uncertainty associated with project delivery. Constant monitoring and controlling of these uncertainties and managing the possible risk exposure is part and parcel of ensuring successful project delivery within the triple constraints of schedule, cost and quality. Our plan is to delve further into each stage of the risk management process over the coming weeks with the aid of a conceptual risk management framework visual as a learning tool. This tool or framework will be referred to as the risk management canvas. The key to successful risk management practice is the adoption and implementation of a robust risk management framework or regime such as IS 31000 and ensuring organisation-wide application and compliance. Compliance in a project-based setting requires a commitment that the risk management process is consistently applied and that all elements are carefully considered and duly implemented at various stages throughout the project life cycle. A common error or misconception of inexperienced project managers is the belief that once the risk management process has been undertaken and complied with, the job is done. This seems to be a recurring theme in organisations, reducing the risk work to becoming no more than a tick-the-box compliance type exercise. However, if you consider the project lifecycle duration and complexity of projects, there are high levels of uncertainty at the outset, mostly as a result of insufficient detail. However, as a project commences, further information becomes available, changing previous assumptions, which in turn creates new uncertainties for you. Your natural response to the changing landscape should be to revisit and update your risk work to reflect these changing circumstances. Risk management should therefore be viewed as a dynamic process that is designed to contribute to project or organisational success. It provides key stakeholders with greater insights into potential risks and their impact on the achievement of project objectives. In other words, the application of the risk management process demands continual review and modification to keep up with potential challenges and risks, as well as opportunities, in order to be effective.